Singapore's star soccer player in the late 60s and early 70s. He recounts the Sultan's Gold Cup final and the mesmerizing effect of what was to become the famous Kallang Roar.
The experience of playing in the 1973 Sultan Gold Cup final was unbelievable, shocking and really exciting. Because it was the very first time that a football crowd of almost 40 to 50,000 coming to the stadium. It has never happened in our local soccer scene. So I think that was really a kind of excitement there in the stadium. So I think with the arrival of the Sultan Gold Cup final where the crowd were there, that was the beginning, the start of the Kallang Roar. I think it was really electrifying.
The famous Kallang Roar, decades old now, but edged with the Singapore psyche today. The football games at the stadium had no parallel. Such was the appeal that Singaporeans were prepared to brave bad weather and queue overnight for tickets, just to partake in the proudly patriotic ritual that was the Kallang Roar. Stephen C., who used to run a stadium stall with his wife, had fond memories to share.
I remember that time was Singapore against Penang. You know, the cheers all so loud, and I see them climbing up the rail. I see even the boyfriend jump first, then they ask the girlfriends to jump also, you see? And some of them, the ladies' skirts all torn off. That really I enjoyed it. I enjoyed very much.
For football fanatics like Reverend Father Michael Sitram, it was catching football heroes at their best.
My first fond memories of the National Stadium was coming down for the Malaysia Cup, watching the great teams play, Singapore, Selangor, watching the great So Chinan playing football and dreaming about him because we too wanted to be like that, you know, on the playing field. And so we all rushed just to watch these games. Chin An, Kim Song, Samad Alapiche, Raja Gopal, all these great stars. At that time there was no live, you know. Maybe the programs came afterwards, many days later. So we could tell everyone we were there. We all rushed and filled the stadium. And we shouted and shouted. And we cheered and jeered.
The grand old dame of Kallang cradled our soccer heroes, and her full-throated Kallang Roar was instrumental in motivating our heroes in the several cup victories.
They were cheering, they were making noise, but then it was in music. For us, the home team, we were so pushed, right? Our confidence level, our spirit all went up high. The crowd was our 12th man in the stadium. But to the opponent, it can be very intimidating. They fear the crowd, they fear the noise. The 12th man won us the match.
Malik Awab was one of Singapore's most capped footballers in the 80s and 90s. He too nursed a childhood dream to play at the National Stadium.
When I was 15 years old, it's an opportunity for me to enter the stadium. That's how it started all about when I start joining with one of the food stall in the stadium and start selling all this kind of drink, kopok kwachi. That particular time is a big day for me because to enter the stadium free, selling a drink and make some money. I was here in 1977 when I watched Mr. Dola Kasim playing in the big event. He was the best dribbler at that particular time in the 70s. He's one of the main guys that I was looking up. I tell myself, one day I hope I'll be there playing soccer.
When I first saw him playing on the field, I told myself, this little guy has got potential. I strongly believe that he will reach somewhere in football. And thank God he did. And I'm proud of him. He's one of the finest footballers in the 80s that I've seen on the field at that time. Yeah! I was there in the 1994 Malaysia Cup final, watching the team playing. And I felt that Malik's contribution to the final was fantastic.
Two men brought together by mutual admiration and respect and love for the game.
Myself and Malik has known each other for almost 20 to 30 years. No doubt we didn't play together in the national team, but we do play now together on our social football. This national stadium, maybe to Malik and myself, is like our second home because we spend so much of our time, that is through training, through matches, at this stadium. So this stadium means a lot to both of us, maybe to all footballers.
But the stadium holds more than just memories of local sports highlights. Star-studded events enthralled people over 3 decades, taking us from milestone to milestone. If this grand old dame of Kallang could talk, what would she say? That she brought idols and fans together? That she fulfilled the dreams of visionaries? Perhaps she would bid farewell to all Singaporeans with these words. You and I wrote an important page in Singapore's history. As you walked my corridors, thumbed feverishly within my terraces, ran upon my tracks and paraded in the field, you made an impact. And now in the evening of my life, I too shall leave a footprint in time. Not merely mine, but one we collectively created, for all to see and bear witness to.